Hello everyone, I'm Alia. I'm a student of Novelings Lab. I'm studying class 8 and today I'm going to explain the chapter of my science. So first chapter, so the crop production and its management. So first points is that crop. So the plants which are grown and cultivated in a one place on a larger scale. This is known as crop. And crop are generally divided into two categories on the basis of season. So first is the Kharif crops and the Rabi crops. So first is the Kharif crop. The crop which are sown in the rainy season, June to September. This is known as the Kharif crop. Example, paddy, maize and sugarcane. And next is the Rabi crop. So the crop which are sown in the winter season, October to March, and the example is that gram, pea, and etc. And next is the agriculture practice. So the activity which are carried by the farmers to ensure the good crops, till the crops harvested and mature. This is known as the agriculture practice. And next is the preparation of the soil. So the preparation of the soil is the first step before growing crops. And next point is the flowing and tilling. So this means that the process of loosening and turning the soil. This is known as the flowing and tilling. And next point is the leveling. So the soil may have a big blocks of crumbs. These crumbs are broken down and leveled with the wooden planks and the iron levelers. This is known as the leveling. And next point is the sowing. So before sowing, we need to select the good seed to the sowing. And the sowing is the process of putting down the seed into the soil. This is known as the sowing. Next is the adding manure and fertilizer. So the substance which are added to the plants in the form of nutrition for the health and growth of the plant. This is known as the adding manure and fertilizer. And next is the advantage of manure. So the manure gives us lots of humus to the plants, and it also increase the water holding capacity and increase the friendly microbes. And next point is the difference between the fertilizer and the manure. So the fertilizer is a man-made organic and the manure is a natural organic. And manure is obtained by the land, and and fertilizer is produced in factory. And the fertilizer doesn't give a humus to the plants, and manure give a lots of humus to the plants. And next point is the crop rotation. So the process of growing crop alternately in a same field. This is known as the crop rotation. And next is the irrigation. So the supplying of water and the interval of time. This is known as the irrigation. And there are many sources of irrigation like ponds, lakes, rivers, and etc. And next is the modern method of irrigation. So there are mainly two modern methods of irrigation. So this sprinkler system and the drip system is the modern method of irrigation. And next is the weeds. So the unwanted plant which are grown and cultivated at crop, this is known as the weeds. And we can also remove this by a certain chemical. This is known as the weedicide. And the removal of weeds to a crop, this process is known as the weeding. And the next point is the harvesting. So after maturing the crop, we cut down the crop, and this process is known as the harvesting. And next is the threshing. So the grain seed need to be separated from the chaff. This process is known as the threshing. And next is the winnowing. So the green chaff also be separated and dropped down by the higher substance are dropped on the land, and the lighter substance blown by the wind. And this process is known as the winnowing. And next is the storage. So the storage is very necessary for us, because if you not store the food, we can't get the seasonal food throughout the year. And next point is the animal husbandry. So the food is also obtained by the animals, and so we rear the animals, and this is known as the animal husbandry. And there are many types of animals like poultry farming, cattle farming, pisciculture, and apiculture. So first is the cattle farming. So we rear the hens for obtaining a meat and an egg. This is known as the cattle farming. And next is the pisciculture. So we rear the fish for obtaining the fish meat. So this is known as the pisciculture. And next is the apiculture. So we rear the honey to get the beeswax and honey. This is known as the apiculture. Thank you for listening.